A conversation with Dr. Linda Bello. She's a family physician based in the United Kingdom. She's here to talk about the Cameroonian doctors in the UK and all of the initiatives you could be interested in. Good morning and welcome, Dr. Bello.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
How are you this morning? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How was the transition? Good?
Good.
Was it in Cameroon?
What do you mean by transition?
The transition from 2022 to 2023.
Oh, yes. It was in Cameroon. It was really nice. I was with my family.
Yeah.
The best way. Sometimes I'm out, but this time we were all at home.
Yeah.
Waited for midnight, said our prayers, and it was really nice to be here.
That sounds so warm. Okay, we're going to get to know you better.
Okay.
Dr. Linda Bello, you are here to talk about the Cameroonian doctors in the United Kingdom. But then, how did you get to the United Kingdom? Were you born in Cameroon? Let's get a little bit of your history.
Okay, so I was born in the United Kingdom. My parents are both Cameroonians.
Okay.
They were studying and they met at the university there. Nice love story.
Yeah.
And when they had their qualifications, they decided that they wanted to come back to Cameroon.
Okay.
So they brought me back with them. But as soon as I did my secondary school, I thought that I would actually like to go and continue my education back in the United Kingdom. So I went there, and obviously I've been there ever since. So over 20 years.
Over 20 years.
When I went back.
Yeah. Do you come back very often to visit the country?
I do come back now more recently. Ever since I've been the president of the Cameroonian doctors in the UK, I've had more reason to come back. But with my job, it's not sometimes so easy to come. But I've promised in the last 4 years to make it a priority to come back.
And here you are.
At least once a year. I've been here twice already this year. So
that's beautiful.
Yes.
Cameroonian doctors in the UK. Why was it created?
Well, it was created because it was created in 2008, so it's almost 15 years old in March this year. And a few doctors that were working in the UK decided to meet up, and they thought, you know what, we really want to give something back to our country, we want to give something back to our community. What can we do? And they decided to form this association because they wanted to improve the health of Cameroonians, be it the Cameroonians that are living in the United Kingdom, or of course, most importantly, those that are back at home. So it was really born out of that passion to make a change in Cameroon, in the healthcare system, and empower Cameroonians to live healthier lives.
So how do you support Cameroonian doctors living in the UK? Let's start with that.
So Cameroonian doctors living in the UK, so we are we have an association. So at the moment we're over 100 of us in our WhatsApp group that we have, and we have regular meetings. So 3 times a year we have meetings. We have a gala every year, and that's how we raise most of our funds. CamDocUK is a charity. So first and foremost, we're a charity. We're not for profit. So all the funds that we have are through our registration fees that the members pay to us, and any kind of donations that we get. So we support each other by basically, now everything's on WhatsApp. You know, so we've got WhatsApp chats there. We have journal club meetings where, you know, we educate each other. If anyone's having any personal problems at work, we support each other. For new doctors that have come from Cameroon wanting to settle in the United Kingdom, we help them with their PLAB and all the other exams that they need. So we call ourselves, you know, on our forum, we call ourselves CamDocUK family, because we're just there for each other. And, you know, as in most countries, you know, it's very vast, so we're not all in the same place. So it's really nice to just know that you can write, you know, loads of times on the forums people will write, I'm having a problem with this, and someone will come and say,
just
I
that
was
mutual
in that situation.
Support.
Exactly.
It's important. And then how do you help Cameroonian doctors in Cameroon?
In Cameroon, so the most important way we did that recently was during the pandemic, where we raised some funds. We raised £25,000, and we were able to buy some personal protective equipment, most commonly known as PPE, and we managed to get that PPE delivered to Cameroon, and we supplied it to hospitals in each of the 10 regions. It was no mean feat, but we're so happy that we did that, because in the UK we were even having shortages of PPE. By PPE, they're the masks, the gowns that doctors need to keep themselves safe and of course keep the patients safe. And we found that if we were getting shortages of this, what about our colleagues here? So that's how we wanted support them by giving the equipment that they need. We also run webinars where we basically talk about sort of topics that they may be interested in. Journal clubs are basically little forums where we have mainly for the doctors, where we can be talking about a medical condition. One of our specialists can come and talk about it, and people can use that forum to talk to us.
Yeah. And then tell us a little bit about the books you donated to Chang.
Yes, so we there's an organization in the United Kingdom called the British Medical Association. That's an association for doctors, for all the doctors that work in the UK. You have to be registered with them, and most of us in CamDoc are. So they had this kind of competition where you could write an application and say why you needed books, and they were for books for people, countries in Africa. So we made our case, and we successfully won, and we were now able, and we chose the books, and these books were shipped. All the books were free because we won them, and they were shipped to the University of Chang. And we have a memorandum of understanding with the University of Chang, as with University of Boya, Université de Montagne, and that means that we can collaborate with them. In fact, at the University of Boya, we did send 3 or 4 years ago, a few of my colleagues came to Cameroon and actually gave some lectures there. So we're really proud of that. There were lots of books, and it was really well appreciated.
Really, congratulations for that. Now, for those who are watching right now, Cameroonian doctors who may want to be a part of this, is it open to everyone?
So, as in the name, CamDocUK, it's meant for Cameroonian doctors that are living in the UK, and I'm sure there are similar associations here in Cameroon that are doing the same thing. But for those who may want to
benefit from your help,
yes,
is that possible?
It is possible. And on our website, CamDocUK.org, and there is question and answer button there. You can send us an email directly, and we'll be more than happy to help in any way. We always say that we're happy to help any of our colleagues that may be having any problems, like in the hospital, where they might have a case they've never seen, because of course, in the UK and obviously abroad, we have more exposure to certain conditions, and we're able to help that. There's many colleagues in different specialities that are still in their Cameroonian WhatsApp group where they give advice, but we're always open to helping anyone.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your future goals then.
Right, so our future goals this year, we want to continue with the webinars that we've been doing. So we're now at our 15th webinar. We started these webinars in the heart of the pandemic, and we thought, how can we can't go out and speak to people because we were all being at home, what can we do, and something that can reach people that are not in the UK as well. So we've been doing this webinars on many different topics. We had one recently where we spoke about autism. Autism is something that is not very well understood. I think in the UK we're getting there, but in Cameroon as well, there's many children with autism that their parents may think my child has a very serious problem, but autism is something that if you know how to manage it, your child can live a good normal life. So that was something that we had recently on a webinar, and all of these are on our YouTube channel, which we put on there, and there's lots and lots of other webinars we did on COVID, on mental health, so many things on there. So we want to continue with that, but also what we really, really would like to do is to continue our collaboration with the universities, because we feel that we've got lots of specialists and doctors that want to give their time. We're free of charge. We don't want any money, but we just want to be able to educate the up and coming doctors here, tell them about our experiences, be there for them and support them. So we really want to do that. And as I said, we have memoranda of understanding with these universities, but we want to take it further, where we can even be given virtual lectures and also still come back and teach in the universities. And last but not least, we would really like to be involved in the Cameroonian healthcare, at the level where we can, even in an advisory role. We have so many people that are managers in their hospitals in different countries. We the diaspora are very united, and we're all singing from the same hymn sheet that we want to give back to the country. But sometimes it's not as easy. So
and
that's
it's
what we want to do.
better when you're organized and together.
And together.
Yeah.
So there's many diaspora groups. So we are CamDocUK. There's some in Belgium, in Germany, in Italy. And there's a big willing.
Yeah.
We're all willing to help us. So the doors, you know, we're more than happy to come back and help.
So how do you prepare for your new year? What exactly do you do?
Very good question. It usually consists of me writing a list of resolutions, because
you do.
I do.
Great.
I do.
Finally, someone who is not saying the whole, oh, I don't do resolutions.
No,
it's
I do.
passé. Okay.
I do. I do. I have to. At the end of the year, I look at what I've achieved. I write it down. You know, because obviously being grateful and gratitude is something that really keeps you going, because if our bodies just, you know, the default setting is, oh my God, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And reflecting on all the things that you've done, that, you know, that you've achieved, it gives you that sense of, you know, achievement, and it really improves your mental health. So I really try to do that, because it's very easy to forget what we've achieved.
Yes.
So I do that. I don't get too hard on myself for not achieving the goals that I set last year, and I just add them to the list for this year. Maybe make them more achievable. One year I was going to read, you know, 25 books that were not medical. Of course, I didn't achieve that. So the next year I just reduced it to 10. You know.
Did you achieve that one? Keep reducing until we get there.
I didn't achieve that. But yes, so I like lists. I like order. And as a doctor, we do have to have some sense of, this is a list of what I have to do. So yes, I'm a list person.
This will inspire someone this morning. Thank you again, Dr. Linda Bello, for passing by.
My
and
pleasure.
your message has definitely gone through. This song I'm going to dedicate to you. I don't know if you know this artist, Tina. Her music is amazing.
Yes.
And she just recently collaborated with the icon, Bendika,
in
the song Nasom. That's what's going to lead us into the newsroom. We'll be waiting for you right after.